man?
Doing well. How are you?
Good. You're kind of a lone wolf out there today. Everybody falling down around you. What was that like?
Oh man, we got a couple guys down, but just got to step up and play my role. Knowing what I got to do out there, knowing I got to execute and all that. So just stepping up and playing ball at the end of the day.
What's your focus heading into Thursday? It certainly looks, just by what we saw here this week, you're going to have a huge opportunity to play probably more snaps than you have in any game so far. What do you make of that?
Improvement from last week. We had a couple snaps last week, got in there, got my feet wet a little bit, but Coach always makes the point that we want to dive head in first. So going out there to play ball and work off what I did last week, and make some improvements from last week as well. So
seemed like you did that within practice today. You had one pass go off your hands here, but then you caught the touchdown from Mac there at the goal line. What did that rep feel like to you? You finally scored. Obviously the team made a lot of noise.
Oh, just next rep up. Gotta have a short-term memory loss with what happened in the past, and just move on and make the next play. So that's all it is.
Devin, how do you feel conditioning-wise after COVID and just your lungs and everything being out there?
I'm feeling better. It's like my second, third weekend, getting my conditioning back, getting my feet back underneath me. So I feel better, feel good out there. Feels good to be back too as well.
How much does a day like today help sort of, with that conditioning?
Oh man, a lot. Obviously more reps and getting out there a little more than the last couple of days. So just taking it, rep by rep and just trying to improve and trying to, understand my assignments as I go out there. So
does that help? Like, we talk about confidence just in terms of playing, but how about confidence in terms of just being able to trust your conditioning after kind of working?
Definitely. That plays a big role in it. And on top of that, like you said, conditioning, and then also knowing what you're doing out there, so you're not having any wasted movement or anything like that. So just knowing your assignment, that definitely makes you more confident. And obviously the conditioning as well.
How much more comfortable are you this year versus last year? Obviously, it's a weird offseason last year, the amount of time you guys have. How would you describe how comfortable you are now?
Definitely, just a little more confident in what I'm doing out there. Got a year underneath my belt. We had an offseason, so we had that little spring OTA and mini camps in the spring. So getting those extra reps, getting extra meeting time with the coaches, and then plays a big part in just my confidence overall. So it's the spring OTAs and minicamp helped out, and then this preseason is helping out as well. So
have you had to change any part of your routine as a result of your COVID diagnosis? Like Jason Tatum, for example, says he takes an inhaler now and he didn't previously.
Yeah.
Have you had to adjust or alter any part of your preparation or recovery?
Not so much. Just getting more rest and hydrating a lot more. Obviously, you got to stay hydrated anyway to get out there and play, but just hydrating a lot more, getting electrolytes in my body, so I can just, sustain as the drives and the game goes on. So not much difference though.
There was a play in 7-on-7, Devin, where you caught one from Mac right at the goal line and came off, and it looked like Kaylee was pretty excited.
Yeah.
When you have a rep like that the coaching staff is giving you some positive reinforcement on, how much does that help you?
I mean, it definitely helps. When you got your coaches behind you and they celebrate your wins and they help you out with your losses, it just gives you more confidence in what you're doing out there. So fired up to see him get fired up, and it just gives me more confidence. So
how much have you learned? I know they're new to the offense, but how much have you learned from Hunter and from Jonnu the time you spent with them?
Man, just being in the same room with them and watching film with them, watching film on them, and seeing how they carry themselves off the field and on the field. I take heat and everything. So, I'm watching everything that they're doing. I'm watching the film as well. So, just being around them is a great experience and a lot to take from. So.
Can they help you after a day like today? You guys go back and watch. Obviously, they weren't out there.
Yeah.
So will you lean on them after all the reps you got today in terms of maybe learning even a little bit?
Oh, most definitely. I'll look to them and ask questions if I have any questions. And they're always, giving me pointers on little things that I can change and little things I can do to fix my route technique or my blocking technique. So, yeah, we all in it together. So.
Did you feel like the COVID itself affected your condition because it was 2 weeks away from football?
Man, it could have been both, to be honest. Like being being locked up in my apartment for like a week and a half kind of puts a toll on your body. And since I wasn't getting any work in any condition because I couldn't go anywhere, that played a big part of it. And then coming out here, obviously you got to have you know, not having like a week to kind of get into everything like everybody else had. I just had to string myself along and just catch up as I could. So, I mean, to play both.